I remember the day we both broke the ground, planning the always and never we found. I watered the promises, I tended the light, but you left the gate open and vanished from sight. Now the roses are choked, the lilies are dead, and I'm tangled in thorns that I planted instead. I'm pulling at roots that are buried too deep in the soil where the secrets of us used to sleep. But the more that I dig, the more that I find. The ghost of your garden is clouding my mind. It's a garden of weeds, it's a beautiful ruin, a graveyard of seasons we'll never be through. And wild and tangled, it's overgrown grief, feeding on shadows and every dead leaf. I try to grow love, but the wild took over. Now I'm lost in a field of three-petal clover. The bench where we sat is all covered in vine, tracing the places where you're meant mine. The ivy is climbing the walls of my chest, giving my heavy heart nowhere to rest. It's strange how the things that were meant to be sweet can turn into poison beneath my own feet. Do I burn it all down? Do I let it all stay and watch as the green turns to wintry gray? Every wildflower is a what if in bloom, filling the air with a heavy perfume. A garden of weeds where the sun doesn't go, still waiting for something besides you to grow. I'm sinking through the layers of the afternoon, watching the sun trade places with the moon. I got this weight sitting heavy in my chest, an ironclad heart that can't find any rest. I'm dropping down to the bottom of the floor where the light doesn't reach me anymore. I thought you were the one holding the line, the hand that was steady, the soul that was mine. But I felt the snap, I felt the cold air. Now I'm falling through a space that's just not there. I'm an anchor without a rope tonight, losing the surface, losing the light. Just a heavy thing drifting in a deep dark blue, with nothing to hold me since I lost you. No ship to return to, no harbor inside, just an anchor without a rope, falling through the night. The currents are pulling at the rust on my soul, hand. I'm looking at the clock on the bedside table, trying to be strong, trying to be able to ignore the ticking, to ignore the space where I used to wake up to the sight of your face. We were living on a lease that was already up, drinking the dregs from an empty cup. I knew the interest was higher than I could afford. I ignored the cracks in the floor and the board. I built a whole kingdom on a shifting sand, while the hourglass emptied in the palm of my hand. We were just living on borrowed time, a beautiful rhythm without any rhyme. I was spending seconds I didn't possess, buying up forever that was actually less. Now the debt is due and the lights are low, and I'm paying back every more cold, like a library book that's been oversold. I'm reading the fine print of every good night, searching for where we lost all of the light. It's a bankruptcy of the spirit and soul, watching the pieces of us lose control. Did you know the expiration was coming so fast? Did you feel the shiver of the die being cast? Or were you just waiting for the time of the den to walk away from the weight of the thing? Borrowed time, it's all run out, nothing left but the shadow of a I'm pulling at the sleeve of the sweater you left, a rigging obsession, a quiet little theft of the peace I was building, the strength I had found before the first stitch hit the cold wooden ground. Started with a question, where did we go? Now the unraveling is all that I know. The hem of my heart is starting to show, the loosened secrets I didn't wanna know. I'm holding the spool, but the thread is too thin to mend all the places where the winter got in. I'm fraying at the edges, coming apart, tracing the damage on a porcelain heart. One little touch slug, and the whole thing descends into a pile of maybes and never agains. I'm losing the shape of the life that we made, just a loose woven ghost beginning to fade. Conversation is starting to pill in the gaps of the silence that I can't seem to fill. I'm shedding the layers of who I was then, before I became just a whatever. And when I try to hold tight, I try to stay bound, but pieces of us keep on hitting the ground. Is there a knot I can tie to be safe, or am I just destined to be a mistake? A tapestry ruined by a hand that let go, the messy remains of a beautiful show, fraying at the edges, one thread at a time, until there's no yours and there's no mine. I'm walking soft so I don't wake the ache. One sudden move is all it's gonna take. You can see right through to the hollow inside, the places where the you and me used to hide. I'm a delicate structure, a crystalline frame, caught in the freezing vibration of your name. Don't breathe too hard, don't step too near. The walls in my chest are perfectly clear. I'm holding my breath just to keep it together in a world made of stone and heavy-duty weather. I'm living inside of a glass rib cage now, try and protect what the world won't allow. Every heartbeat's a hammer, every sigh is a crack, and there's no way to build all the ivory back. You can see how it's beating, you can see how it bleeds, a transparent prison for my desperate needs. I used to be iron, I used to be bone, before you left me in this house all alone. Now I'm brittle and bright, a dangerous thing, feeling the sting of the winter you bring. If I fall to the floor, I'll shatter to dust, the victim of love and a misplaced trust. The light is the shards and it looks like a star, but it's just the remains of how broken we are. No skin to protect me, no armor to wear, just a fragile display for the cold empty air. Glass rib cage, handle with care. There's nothing but echoes and oxygen there. I've stopped checking the map to see where you are. I stopped tracing your name on the glass of the car. The anger is tired, it's run out of breath. I'm over the morning, I'm over the death, but I still catch myself checking the back of the door, expecting a shadow that's not there anymore. The wounds are all closed, but the skin is still thin. I'm letting the sunlight finally in. It's a strange kind of quiet, a pale kind of blue, when I'm no longer drowning in the thought of you. I'm halfway to forgiving, halfway to free, but there's still a small part of you living in me. I've buried the hatchet, but I know sorry inside of your eyes. It's not quite a peace, it's just less of a war. I'm halfway to losing what I'm fighting for. I can look at your picture and not have to blink. I can pour out your glass and not have to drink. The bitterness faded to a dull kind of gray. I don't wish you back, but I don't wish you away. I'm just somewhere in between the hurt and the light, in the lukewarm hours of a Tuesday night. Is it grace, or is it just getting old? Is it warmth, or is it just being cold? I'm moving my feet, but I'm dragging my heart through the almost okay and the still torn apart. Halfway to forgiving, halfway to gone, just a little bit closer to the break of the dawn. Babe. The ceiling's a canvas of shadows and grey. I'm watching the morning just flicker away. There's a hum in the wires, a chill in the floor. I don't even remember what we fought for, but the air feels like lead every time that I move, stuck in the ghost of a worn-out groove. I'm waiting for thunder, I'm waiting for rain to wash out the static and soften the pain. But the storm never breaks, it just sits on my chest, giving my heavy heart nowhere to rest. I've got heavy clouds in my head tonight, blocking the stars and the low beam light. It's a mental weather I can't seem to change, where everything familiar feels bitter and strange. I'm walking through fog, trying to find where you went, in a sky full of words that were never quite meant. The windows are fogged with the heat of my breath. a slow motion dance with a beautiful death. I've tried to think sunny, I've tried to be clear, but the mist only thickens when you aren't here. It's a low pressure system, a soul deep gloom, dragging the weather into every room. Will it ever be blue? Will the light ever leak through the cracks in the spirit, through the words I can't speak? Or am I just destined to live in the rain, a permanent witness to this kind of stain? Heavy clouds, low and deep, the kind of sorrow that never sleeps. I'm reaching for the kettle just to feel the steam, waking up slowly from a midday dream. But my fingers are traitors, they're humming a tune of the way that you left me in the heat of June. I try to hold steady, I try to stay still, but the glass in my grip has a different will. It's not just the caffeine, it's not just the cold, it's the weight of the stories that we never told. It's the ghost of your touch on the inside of my wrist, a phantom vibration I can't quite resist. Look at these shaking hands, look at this mess, a physical map of a heart in distress. I can tell my mind that I'm doing okay, but my body is giving the secret away. They're trembling for us, they're reaching for you, trying to grasp what they used to hold true. I went to write, finished on the back of your note, but the ink turned to scribbles at the back of my throat. I can't tie my laces, I can't turn the key without feeling the tremor of you without me. It's a rhythmic reminder, a pulse in the bone of the terrifying spark of being alone. Steady, steady, I whisper the word, but the plea in my spirit is the only thing heard. How do I calm down a nervous system of grief when even a shadow can feel like a thief? Shaking hands, reaching for air, finding that nothing is actually there. The street lamp is bleeding through the vertical blinds, mapping out patterns I've memorized 1,000 times. The world is a graveyard of silence and sleep, while I'm diving into promises I couldn't keep. I'm tracing the cracks in the plaster and paint. The ghost of your laughter is becoming so faint. The digital clock is a neon regret, counting the hours I haven't slept yet. I'm talking to shadows, I'm calling your name, but the plaster above me stays exactly the same. It's just me and the ceiling, and then 3 a.m. replaying the if-onlys in the way back when. It's a whitewashed canvas for my broken heart, watching our history falling apart. I'm wide awake in a dream that went wrong, looking for answers where they don't belong. Your side of the mattress is a cold, empty shore. I don't know who I'm waiting for anymore. Is it the person you were, or the one I desire? I'm just so lonely, and I'm just so tired. But the moment I close my tired out eyes, I see us dancing under different skies. In the daylight I'm fine, in the daylight I'm strong. I can't pretend that I finally move on, but the darkness is honest, the darkness is cruel. It turns every memory into a fuel. The ceiling at 3 a.m. staring back at me, still waiting for the light to set me free. The ceiling at 3 a.m. staring back at me, still waiting for the light to set me free. I'm walking through rooms that are perfectly still, but my lungs are fighting against their own will. The windows are open, the curtains are wide, but there's nowhere for a suffocating heart to hide. It used to be easy, it used to be light, before you took the oxygen out of the night. I'm gasping for something that isn't quite there, a hand on my shoulder, a ghost in the chair. I'm moving in circles, I'm moving in slow, drowning in things that I can't let you go. It's the weight of the air in the space where you stood, a heavy duty always that didn't stay good. It's the pressure of silence, the gravity of gone, dragging me down in the break of the dawn. I'm breathing in lead, I'm exhaling the blue, just crushed by the atmosphere, left behind by you. The shadows are anchors, the carpet is sand. I'm trying to reach for a vanishing land. Every hello from a friend feels like a blow. They don't see the mountain I'm carrying low. It's an invisible burden, a transparent wall, making it harder to stand up at all. Is the world getting smaller, or am I just weak, losing the words that I'm It's more than I can take. Watching the spirit finally break. The armor is heavy, it's starting to dent. I've used every ounce of the strength that I lent to a version of me that is doing just fine, while I'm tracing the jagged and broken up line of a life that's too quiet and a bed that's too wide. I'm running out of places for her heart to hide. I've kept my head up, I've kept my eyes dry. I've mastered the art of a beautiful life, but the cracks in the ceiling are mirroring me, and I'm losing the person I'm pretending to be. I'm just so tired of being brave tonight, of holding the shield and of winning the fight. I don't wanna be strong, I don't wanna be tough. I've had enough of just having enough. I wanna break down, I wanna let go. I'm tired of the only strength I know. My shoulders are aching from the weight of your ghost in the rooms where I'm supposed to love myself most. I smile for the cameras and not for the friends, while counting the minutes till the masquerade ends. It's exhausting to carry the okay all day when I'm actually crumbling in every way. Is there a prize for the girl who don't cry, for the one who just watches her happiness die? If I fall on my knees, will the world even care? Or am I just screaming at the cold, empty air? Tired of being brave, finally giving in, letting the weakness finally begin, letting the weakness finally begin. The armor is heavy, it's starting to dent. I've used every ounce of the strength that I lent to a version of me that is doing just fine, while I'm tracing the jagged and broken up line of a life that's too quiet and a bed that's too wide. I'm running out of places for a heart to hide. I've kept my head up, I've kept my eyes dry. I've mastered the art of a beautiful lie, but the cracks in the ceiling are mirroring me, and I'm losing the person I'm pretending to be. I'm just so tired of being brave tonight, of holding the shield and of winning the fight. I don't wanna be strong, I don't wanna be tough. I've had enough of just having enough. I wanna break down, I wanna let go. I'm tired of the only strength I know. My shoulders are aching from the weight of your ghost in the rooms where I'm supposed to love myself most. I smile for the cameras and not for the friends, while counting the minutes till the masquerade ends. It's exhausting to carry the okay all day when I'm actually crumbling in every way. Is there a prize for the girl who don't cry, for the one who just watches her happiness die? If I fall to my knees, will the world even care? Or am I just screaming at the cold, empty air of being brave? Finally giving in, letting the weakness finally begin.